Superiority is here, boys. From the partnership of the creators of QuickTool and Notoriety, we have the best free tool to hit the market yet. That's right, I said free. Superiority is a free all-in-one tool that brings paid features to your console without you having to pay a single dime. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, these features that are in this tool, you would not be able to get otherwise unless you paid for a tool. Now, if you want to look at the key features that are here on the screen, you can pause and look at them. But just to go over them briefly, we have multi-cod remote spoofing, advanced gamertag editing, stat editing, image injection, custom camo injection, host and off-host options for all CODs, all client options, advanced zone editors, profile lookup, IP pullers for all CODs, trick shotting options, and much, much more. Boys, you will not believe some of the stuff that's in this tool. You're going to love it. Download link is in the description. Join the Discord, find the download channel, and download the tool. It's that simple. Now, if anybody needs a step-by-step instruction video, I will be having one of those come out as well. Link will be in the description down below. With all that being said, let's get into the showcase. Alright, so here we have Superiority, and just look how amazing it looks. You cannot find a tool that is free that looks this great and has this many features. So first things first, I'm going to go over the screenshot feature, which is amazing for those who don't have capture cards. You can take a screenshot of your console on whatever screen it is and get a imagery URL and then paste that wherever you want. Next up, we have the account spoofer down here where you can remote spoof or XUID spoof onto any game in this list. This is one of those utility features where you can remote spoof onto somebody's account, give them a recovery, or mess with their account if you so wish. Next up, we have the neighborhood editor, which will allow you to change your console icon from the drop-down menu and change the name of your console just like that. Alright, so we're going to kind of skim through the rest of the features a little bit. Here we have the IP puller. It has your controls down at the bottom as well as your game supported. On the next page, we have our miscellaneous stuff, our Xbox profile lookup, stealth server loader, unshared KV loader, and our Discord RPC controls. Next up is the Superiority Settings, where you can change the config of your directories in case you've moved your games or your plugins or anything like that into a folder. We also have our launch settings, so when you open Superiority, if you don't want the Discord RPC, if you don't want it to grab your console info or anything like that, you can change that there. Another really great option with the Superiority settings is the preset gamer tags manager, where you can add your own personalized gamer tags wherever you want. And from there, when you're in whatever game that you're in and you want to select one of those personalized gamer tags that you made without having to manually type it in, you can just select it off of this list. Another great addition to Superiority is this little quick access bar down at the bottom where you have your quick launch, your gamertag editor, and your module controls. A great thing with the quick launch is you can swap in between single player and multiplayer on each selected game and then click the launch button. So we've launched Black Ops 2. Let's go ahead and jump over there and check out some of the options we have with that. Alright, just to briefly go over some of the options that are in each one of the game tabs. They're just about all the same, so I'm going to go over BO2 because that's the game that I'm currently on. So on the Black Ops 2 page, we have host options and off-host options. Some of my favorite being the ability to change the map. And I know for a fact that I will be using allow 8 players into a zombies lobby. That is amazing. And as far as the off-host options go, if you don't have some sort of off-host menu, you can use Superiority as your off-host menu. Moving on to the stat editor, you have just about every single stat option you could ever want for multiplayers and zombies. We also have all of our recovery options down here, as well as the class editor. And a really cool thing with the class editor is that you can have button classes, color classes, rainbow gamertag classes, hack v hack preset classes, and with all of that, you can save those classes to a file and then load those classes from that file if you plan on doing recoveries and things of that nature. Moving on to the pregame options, we have our advanced gamertag options, we have our timers, we have our editor, shaders, gamertag presets, which I showed off earlier. You can add to this list if you just want to change it on the fly. We also have our pregame options. This is for the host of the pregame lobby only. Moving on to the zone editor, we have our party zones where you can change any of this text to say whatever you could possibly want. We also have our pregame lobby zones if you're in a custom game. And we also have image injection, which is very cool. Now this is what that'll look like. All you got to do is select an image from the drop down menu and inject that image. You can also remove the little globe. So if you don't like the way that the spinning globe looks with your image, you can get rid of that and have just the image in the background. Next up, we have the calling card controls, where you can select any DLC calling card and then change it to a custom calling card and inject it into the game. Now I believe this one specifically is for the Spider-Man calling card. So you go over here into wherever calling card you actually changed. For me, it's going to be the Afterlife calling card, and as you can see, I have the animated Spider-Man jumping off the building calling card. Next up, we have the mod menu loader, which is pretty self-explanatory. All you got to do is select a mod menu from this list. Let's say I wanted to do the prop hunt menu, okay, and I want to inject that menu, I just click inject menu. And it's going to give you a little status down here of what exactly is going on. And it may take a little while for this to complete, but once it does, you should have the mod menu on your game. While the menu is injecting, we'll cover a custom menu loader real quick. So if you have GSC files and custom menus on your PC that you want to use on any specific game, you can do that and inject it through Superiority instead of having to use some sort of injector. All right, there we go. We have prop hunt. So let's go ahead and jump into a custom game. Hey, make sure you're not an idiot like me and you follow the extra notes. This game mode is TDM only, so I have to change my game mode to TDM. Now we should be able to use the menu.
Team deathmatch.
All right, there we go. I have the menu. Let's go to third person. It looks like currently I am one of the mannequins. I can open the model list, go through all the models. Moving on, we have our client options. All of this you have to be host for, okay? But there are some amazing options that you have in here, and some of these may not work on other RGH users, but it will work on any retail user out there. All right, next we're moving on to the top tier hacks portion. All right, we have our Emblem Injector, our Offhost Exploits, and our project revamp made free by Cicada. Shout out Cicada. So let's say I want an emblem like the AK-47 emblem. I can inject that emblem from the list. And I should be able to look over here and look at that. I have the emblem. Now, just to test the Offhost Exploits, we're going to go ahead and try to find a game.
Team deathmatch.
All right, let's grab our client list here. So here he is. We've selected this client. Let's say we want to just Offhost kick the client. It might take a second, but there he is. He's gone. Oops, wrong button. He is gone. All right, so that's pretty much all there is to Superiority. There's tons of options for every single Call of Duty. And quite honestly, it's just generally a fantastic tool for anybody that has an RGH console. I mean, you have all kinds of options here that you can do and that can help you with whatever you're doing on your console. Now, I know that I didn't go through every single individual option that's in Superiority, but trust me, it is a fantastic tool and a great utility to anyone that has a RGH Xbox 360. With all that being said, Superiority download link is in the description down below. Hit the like button. Also subscribe for more content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.